Yes.
Put it in your purse. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Gets into the phone booth. Nothing. Static.
Yeah.
They're mad. They're just
Hello.
like, Rawhide is not happy. He's just like, we're busy men here. You got a joke here, right? This isn't the president. It's like, no, this was alpha clearance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, alpha clearance. Oh, it must be the president. Turns out that opposed to the bad aliens, there are
good aliens.
better aliens. I mean, these
good
people,
question mark.
because they later on in the film basically say they're going to annihilate Earth if it comes to it. So they're better aliens.
Yeah.
So there's the red electroids, and then there's the black electroids.
Mm-hmm.
These are the ones that pretty much zap Bonzai in the brain through the phone.
Yep.
He jumps out because they think he's like, they all panic because they think it's an assassination attempt. It's like, Jesus, first the chick with the gun, now this.
Yeah.
He's like, give me a pen. I love it because I don't know if anyone noticed this. Jeff Goldblum hands him a pen out of his hat. He literally takes his hat off and pulls a pen out of the hat to give to him. I'm like, so you're just carrying a spare pen in there?
Dude, it's a fucking big hat. He's probably got a lot of shit in there. He's probably got his lunch in there, you know.
It is pretty much a suitcase on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Writes it quickly on his head, an equation on his head.
Yeah.
And then, conference room! And then all the others in unison, conference room! Bonzai says conference room, we go!
Yes.
Fucking kicks down the door like he's the fucking Kool-Aid man. And this is the only time, I think, in the entire film where his octave raises any higher than
he's
dead.
even remotely animated, yes.
Points. Red electroids! No, he doesn't say pure evil from the 8th dimension.
Yeah.
Pure and evil from the 8th dimension! And they just look up, because there was, it was Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
And, no, sorry, it was, the other two, not Christopher Lloyd, because he was off stage. It was the other two that were sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
And then we see them as the aliens. I think everyone else could still see them as human.
Yeah, only Bonzai at this point can see them as aliens.
And they take off.
Yeah. Well, they start out by trying to take Penny hostage.
They as Rawhide later put it, they Shanghai Akita. They grab Akita.
Yes.
Christopher Lloyd he has like a little like pantyhose thing pulled over his mouth, and like that's it.
Yeah.
Like covering nothing.
Yeah, he didn't quite do it right. I'm like, that's not how you do that.
Now, granted, it's an alien. We find out later it's an alien, so maybe he doesn't realize.
Yeah, but nobody else knows that.
So he just realized, this is how humans disguise themselves. Grabs the doctor with a gun, threatens, shoots Reno in the arm.
Yes.
Takes off. There's a chase. They mention to cover it, I guess, later on in the scene, that we need to get this press conference rolling because there's a motorcycle convention in town and they need the room.
I.e. Harley Davidson paid to have their motorcycles in this movie.
Because while he's chasing the red lectoids, he gets on a Harley Davidson motorcycle, and I love it, in the same breath, this person goes, "Hey, you can't ride that! It's Buckaroo Bonzai!" And that's it, and then he drives off.
Mm-hmm. And everything's cool, I guess.
The black electroids come into Earth's atmosphere using a smaller ship, because they're their bigger ship, which looks like some sort of crustacean.
Yeah.
Like a starfish kind of thing.
Kind of.
Like hunters are in the woods, and they're like, "Shoot it! Bang, bang!" And they're like, I think we hit it.
And then they start chasing after it. I'm like, this is where the movie takes a weird turn for me. I'm like, okay, they weren't trying to make a comedy. What the shit is this? We are not supposed to be taking this seriously. What the fuck am I looking at?
We take things seriously, only for a small moment. Because they come out and it's like comic, like, you know, in the movies you see like the comic, like the two comic relief hunters, like, I shot him, I did, like those kind of guys, right? The fucking bumbling idiots. So it lands, a black electroid comes out, as human, looks down, and just falls, hits his head. Later on, it is like he's hit his head and now he's dead, type thing, because it's a ridiculous film. And then he slowly transitions into his black electroid appearance. And the red electroids pop up, basically like the Men in Black type thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Like they roll up, like, we're from Yo-Yo-Dime, this is one of our pods, that's an android. The cop's like, I don't think, that's no android I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's not how this works, but they're like, it is, deal with it.
It is, just deal with it, shut up. He literally just tells them to shut up. You shut up.
Yeah.
So they have to call the Blue Blazers, which I think, from what I can gather, is you have the Bonzai team, the Team Bonzai.
Yes.
But around the world, you need helpers.
You have other
That's where the Blue Blazers come in.
Yes.
The Blue Blazer regulars. He makes sure he tells Tommy to call not a strike team.
Yeah.
Don't call the strike team, just call whatever help we can get. That's when we get to a father and son who answer the call.
Well, the kid answers the call.
The kid answers the call, and he's like full on, like a Blue Blazer regular. Hey, what do you need? Bonzai's in trouble. Oh no! Bonzai's
oh my God! Bonzai's in trouble. I'm going to tell everybody.
So they all pip off home. We get a shot of the Black Lectoids HQ.
Yeah.
And it's literally it's basically a Dr. Seuss scene.
Yeah.
We have very long tables that go up about, 10 feet.
Yeah. With
chairs that go as high. And Black Lectroids just sitting at the table, just all communicating with one another.
I got nothing. I don't know.
We see this HQ, I think, at least 3 or 4 times in the film, and it's just...
And it never makes sense.
It looks like you guys spent a lot of money on this scene.
Yeah.
Money that really shouldn't have been spent.
Which is, again, why they showed it 3 or 4 times. Like, we spent some money. Let's fucking make use of this shit.
Well, also, like, those actors had to go through a lot of makeup. So let's show them.
Well, you do have to remember, all of that was filmed in one day.
Yeah, it must have been.
So, yeah.
So the Red Electroids chase Bonzai. After they're literally just taking whatever, like a bat, a stick, and they're just hitting it. Yeah. Being told repeatedly by the cops, hey, don't touch that. You shut up. Smack, smack. John O'Connor, get him out of there. And the Black Electroid that's held up in the pod basically goes...
Who was perfectly calm inside the pod, by the way.
Oh, he's just like,
all right,
calls HQ, goes, I have failed. John, whatever, has hit his head, now he's dead.
Yep.
I think John Parker got out.
Yes.
Because John Parker did sneak out with a cake box earlier. Well, you know what you got to do, basically. Like, okay, well, set to destroy.
Yep.
And it would have actually killed all of the Red Electroids.
Yes.
If they didn't catch Buckaroo Bonzai peeking around the corner.
Yep.
Because John O'Connor catches them, and then they chase after him, and in the distance you see the ship explode, and you're like, oh, well, that would have been the end of that movie.
Yeah.
But he gets saved. Almost accidentally.
Yeah.
Because he's running, not even looking forward, and a ladder from a helicopter just
happens to fall down
in front of him.
Yeah.
And he puts his arm out while he's running, and he just hooks on, and then he's off. He's off.
It's Buckaroo Bonzai. I mean, in all fairness, if you're a helicopter flying, right, and you see Buckaroo Bonzai running, don't you just put the ladder down just in case he needs help?
It's the Blue Blazer regular.
Yeah.
That's who saves him. So John Parker gets to Buckaroo Bonzai headquarters, who have people camped out because they want to see him.
Yeah.
They literally have a couple parked out front. Like, oh, is it because, like, Nikita shows up after being saved by Bonzai.
Yeah.
Share the formula with me. Licks his palm, on his palm, smacks him in the head, and then it appears on his forehead. And now he can see the Red Electroids.
Because now, by the way, the thing we're not getting is every time Buckaroo touches anyone, he electrocutes them. Like a static shock thing, which is sort of his way of, like, now you can see the lectoids.
I think he says, what did he say to Tommy? He's been ionized.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like, now I can see them for what they really are, type thing. They explain later in the film how they disguise them. I think they give off an odor that goes up your nose, goes into your brain, and basically communicates to your brain. This is what a human is. This is a human, not an alien.
It's literally, they say it's literally brainwashing, where it literally tells you, it literally tells you what it wants you to see.
Yeah. So John Parker basically goes, Buckaroo, he puts up the thing, Pinky takes it, and Buckaroo Bonzai. Nope. Well, I need to speak to Buckaroo Bonzai. Well, everyone wants to speak to Buckaroo Bonzai. Like, I need to see the wizard, basically. Like, everyone wants to. So, you need to shoot. Yeah. I like that he takes the box. I'm like, that could be anything in there. Yeah. I know it's pink and it looks like a cake. That could be anything.
It could be.
But Pinky takes and tells him to pretty much amscray. And what the Hong Kong Cavaliers basically figure out, is that not only is everyone at this Yo-Yo-Dine place all aliens, named John. John, I was like, this can't be right. They all have John, like John Smallberries, and John Yo-Yo, and John Yaya.
Yeah, because they checked and they found out that, like, everybody applied for, was it a birth certificate or
on the same day in 1938.
Yeah. And it's like,
in Grover Mill, New Jersey,
it's
or whatever.
Just John with a increasingly stupid last name.
Mm-hmm. My favorite, other than Big Boutte, is John Smallberries.
That is pretty good, but I still have to give it to Boutte, because it's not Booty, it's Boutte.
Basically what happened was, that War of the Worlds thing that happened in Grover Mill.
Yeah, okay, so just a real quick history lesson. This actually happened. Where Orson Welles was reading like a stage like radio play version of War of the Worlds live on radio. And it was picked up by a handful of places, and some people didn't know that it was because of the way it was done. It was sort of told like a bunch of news reports.
And they're coming out of the...
Yeah. So these people didn't know it was fake. So an actual mass exodus out of some of these towns happened in a handful of places.
I think they actually made a film not too long ago called Grover Mill.
Yes, they did. It's been adapted several times. There was one in like the early 80s with John Ritter. They've done it a handful of times.
Like, not just the actual film War of the Worlds, but
a film about the hoax. Well, it wasn't a hoax because they weren't attempting to do this. They weren't trying to do it.
It was an accidental hoax.
It was an accidental hoax. Their only mistake was not running commercials and not explaining what the fuck was going on once the show started.
So what actually happened, according to this film, as it is deduced by New Jersey...
Yes.
Very, like,
This was the one moment where he ummed and awed.
Where it's like he explains it later.
Yeah.
As when Buckaroo Bonzai gets home, and he's like, "Do you get it?" No. It's like, you know what? Neither do I.
You know what? I've been watching this whole movie. I don't get it either.
Is that they came to Earth? Mm-hmm. They actually came to Earth. The the red Lectroids came to Earth, and brainwashed Orson Welles. I love it. Orson Welles. You mean the guy from the old wine commercials?
Which was a thing, because he was doing wine commercials by that point, and he was old, and he was very belligerent, and got drunk a lot of the times.
Brainwashed him into saying, no, make this a hoax. We're not actually here.
Yeah.
Like, the invasion didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
So they're all named John, th're all holed up at Yo-Yo Dine, but the War of the Worlds was real.
Yeah.
That's all you need to figure out. Black Lectroid sneak in, Red Lectroid sneak in. John Parker, the Black Lectroid, gets fucking caught immediately.
Yeah.
But the 3 Red Lectroids who go in literally, I think, 5 to 10 minutes before he does, they all hop the fence.
Yeah.
And they get in scot-free, no problem. Cool. He gets in. Now, maybe, to be fair, they're dressed, gray tones, nothing crazy, suits. Yeah. One of them's wearing a long jacket. Mm-hmm. John Parker's wearing the sparkliest outfit possible.
I mean, if you're trying to go covert, don't sparkle.
A silver sparkly jacket, black leather pants. You're not sneaking around anywhere in broad daylight. They knock him out. They take him away.
Exactly.
But it's a message. What was in the cake box was a little setup thing that you plug in, and everyone's got to wear these, like...
Bejeweled goggles.
Bejeweled goggles, basically like a Dynamo mask type, like a Ninja Turtles type.
Yeah,
like
it looks like a domino mask, but like bejeweled and slightly larger.
And you need to wear them to see the message.
It basically, if Elton John was going to commit crimes, this is the mask he would wear. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's flashy like all the glasses he wears.
So, a message from John M. Dahl, a Black Lectroid, who's a woman, so even the women are named John.
So, essentially what it is
it's a threat!
It's Princess Leia.
But instead of "we need your help," it's like, if you don't fix this red Lectroid problem, we are going to blow up your entire planet.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I don't necessarily consider them evil for that reason.
I'm not saying evil. I'm just saying they're...
Or even less evil because they're like, you know what? These red Lectroids are awful. They need to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to get into a real thing about genocide, but that's what the
idea
is. They're destroying it to get rid of these assholes.
She's not apologetic about it. That's my whole thing. But she's matter of fact about it. It's not like, I'm so sorry, but if you don't figure this out, we're going to have to figure it out for you.
Do you apologize to an ant when you kill it?
I guess not. But
and that's literally what they think. I'm not saying it's right, because we are the ants.
But you don't have a 10-minute conversation with the ant before you kill it.
But that's the thing.
If you don't figure this out, ant, I'm going to squash you.
Well, I do, but I got nothing better to do, so I tend to argue with the ant.
So they go, oh, shit, okay, well, we better figure this out then. Bonzai and Penny, where he basically explains, I once loved a woman.
This is my favorite fucking line in the whole movie.
Deliberate.
Okay, so... Basically.